So, open your book to where you said what money means to you, and you put those 10 words down. Aiden, you can flip mine open to, mine should be right there. You can flip mine open to my page. So I texted Mark and I said, hey, I really would like to just endorse you and tell everybody how thrilled I am with what you're doing and how much I believe in what you're saying. I've talked to so many people. How many people like this emotional stuff, how the other person thinks and you think, and then how the yellows and the blues are, yellow and green is exact opposite of the blue and red. How many of you that's kind of new information to you? Raise your hand, like you haven't heard it that much in depth. How about the emotional stuff that's like thinking about how the other person thinks? Has anybody been through not been through exercises like that? It blows, I mean, it's incredible stuff. It's like, it's the kind of thing I say, life is very hard. And if you are stupid, it's so much more difficult. And you could call it ignorant, I guess, instead of stupid. That's probably the wrong word. If you're ignorant and you're not aware, it makes life harder. Like I said, did you see this one? Where'd he go? You see this? That's better. But we got the football up here. So if you're aware of it, it's just like thinking that Jane is trying to destroy my life and my mental stability, and realize that she's really like that and not trying to destroy me makes me feel better. I mean, it still destroys me, you understand. But I understand it's not with malice. It's like if you accidentally kill somebody, it don't count the same thing as if you plan the whole thing out. They get way madder. You see what I'm saying? Like it's emotional stress. It's not as bad. Okay, so who's got something they said good about money? You think, this is pretty good. I don't even think somebody heard this. What's your name right here? Stand up. Can I get a handheld? I should have warned somebody. I should have warned Monaco. Screaming out. What's your name? Darla. Darla, who you hired by? Nick. Okay, and where you live? Okay, so what you got on money? I like it. What was the question? What does it say at the top? What's your money is? I like it. How about you, Debbie Ben? Stand up. Stand up, Debbie Ben. Tell us what you think.
I put security, ability to provide.
Just give me your favorite. Give me your favorite. I don't need your whole list. Give me your favorite. Tell them who you are and who you hired by and where you live.
Debbie Ben, direct to Andy and Jane Albright, live in Westerly, Rhode Island. Thank you. I put money is, and the first thing I put was security.
Security.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. That's Jane Albright. That's why y'all sisters. Right here. Stand up, tell us who you are and where you're from and who's your upline. And
Yes, how you doing? Kareem Green from Newark, New Jersey. All right, that's it. We in the building. The first thing I put as it's a tool.
whose team you on?
I'm on Adam's team.
Adam Katz.
Yeah,
Tool.
Adam Katz.
Money
It's
is
tool.
a tool.
Yes, it is. Powerful
All
tool.
right. Who got a good one? Olive over here. All right, Kells. Right here, Olive. I want to hear it. Tell us who you are, who you hired by.
Hi, everybody. My name is Olive. I am out of Treasure Island, Florida, and I was hired by Brian Rojas, and I said money is power.
Woo, power. All right, over here to Kelly.
Hey y'all, how you doing? Ooh, sounds good to hear my voice on here. Hi, my name is Kelly. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and we are on Brittany and Michael's team. Gavin and I, my fiance. I said money is choice. Money allows you to have choices. When you don't have money, you don't have choices.
Got it. Emma.
Morning, y'all. I'm Emmy. And I say
Amy.
money is energy.
Energy. Ooh. Joseph Dukes.
Morning, my name is Joseph Dukes. I was hired by Paul Epstein. I'm out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And for me, money is joyful.
All right. Somebody I don't know over here. Back in the back. The guy with the purple shirt, back in the back. And Aiden, I want you to look at, you got mine open? I want you to pick out the favorite one I had there.
All right, my name is Chris Patterson. I'm underneath the O bars out of Westford, Oregon, and I put that money is a stepping stone.
Stepping stone. All right, Aiden, what you got? Stand up, tell us who you are, who you hired by, where you're from.
Alex Avian, Dayton, Ohio, hired by Andy and Jane Albright. I put money is reaped because of what we sow.
Woo! Reap because we sow. Aiden, Clay, right here. I was saying Aiden and you thought Abian, but that's cool because I'm glad I heard from Abian. Stand up, tell them who you are, who you hired by, and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Aiden Crowder, hired by Sabrina Floyd. I'm in Dallas, Texas. And money is in my pocket.
All right, which one of mine do you like the best, Aiden?
That was it.
That was mine? I forgot. It's one of my favorite things. This one, did I tell you about, I was this $5,000 seminar, a guy named Dan Sullivan up in Toronto, Canada. So first you got to get to Toronto, then you got to get a hotel, and it's $5,000 for a day. And one of his top girls was asking me, she said, how do you keep your good self-image? I said, I just reach in my pocket and feel that money. And she said, you're deeper than that. I said, I could be thicker than this, but I don't know if I can be deeper than that. I've been spending some. I'm not sure what you're saying. She said, but in your heart. I said, you worry about your heart. I got my heart. And I just hate when I don't like that when people are like, like I got Jesus in my heart. Yes, I'm good. It just means I'm not going to hell and I'm going to heaven. That's good. But right now, I need some cash. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So, Spencer. All right. I want to hear what Spencer's got to say. You look serious about it too.
Mo money, mo problems. But as you always say, they're different types of problems.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this morning was some. So excited, man. So fired up. What you got, Vinny?
My name is Vinny. I'm direct to Brandon Manley from North Carolina.
Go ahead.
Direct to Brandon Manley. I'm from North Carolina. And money changes people. It changes people for the better, and sometimes it changes people for the worse. And you can all relate to that. So it's not always good, it's not always bad, but it does change people.
I want you to do this. Tell them when you got started, how you got started, real fast, about how your wife told you that you couldn't sell. And then I want to know how much you're going to make this year and your schedule, like that you work all day this day and book appointments.
Okay. I got started a long time ago, probably about 3 years ago. Long story short. No, I got started a long time ago, about 3 years ago. I was in the restaurant business, and I also was with my father's business, and it was pretty rough. I was working about 100 hours a week between the both of them, and I honestly needed a change in life, and my cousin said, look, you need to come to a meeting and just check it out, see what it's worth, see what you can do, and I was like, okay, I will. But he's like, you need to get out of this restaurant business. So what I did was I went to a meeting. It was a lovely hot spot. You guys all been there before. It changed my life forever because he said, Vinny, I can make what you make in one day, what you make in a whole week. I said, there's no way. So I went to that meeting. I got really fired up, and I got my license.
Your wife said you can't sell.
Yeah,
no. What'd she say?
She said that's not what I said. Yes, that is what she said.
What is it you said? What did you say? No, ho. Come here, say that real quick. You got to say the same thing, no more than that. Well, these are two tough ones to control, I can tell you. You said what?
I said, I don't think you can make much money like they're telling you can make. I could do it, love, look, I could do it. I said, okay, show me. Sell me this can of ginger ale right here. For the next 3 hours, he sold me that can of ginger ale.
Hey, did you drink some of that ginger ale?
You definitely drank the ginger ale. But yeah, so so like she was saying, she said I couldn't sell. I sold a ginger ale can. If you want to know how I sold the ginger ale can, real quick, real easy. She's like,
Yeah,
okay.
Not you. I'm telling Robbie I need a clock.
Oh, okay. I am never on time, so this is really bad. And I talk a long time, so I'll try to keep it short. Sorry, Andy.
No.
But yeah, no. I mean, if you want to know how she sold me the ginger ale can, I gave her the ginger ale can, and she's like, "I don't want it." I was like, "Well, does your stomach ever hurt? You know, you ever feel like sick?" She's like, "Yeah, I do." I said, "Well, you know what ginger ale does?" She's like, "No." I said, "Makes you feel better." She's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Here, check it out." She grabbed the can, and she did drink it, by the way. But anyway, so yeah, it was a schedule I had to do. You want to know
how much you gonna make this year in your pocket, deposited?
In my pocket? Well, right now I already made $126,000.
Hey, that's impressive. That's impressive. That's impressive if he's working 50 or 60 hours or 40 hours. But I want you to hear his schedule. He still works with his dad. He still does all kinds of other stuff. He's a very busy man. So tell him what's your schedule for?
So my schedule, if you want to put it this way, I started 1 day a week, and I did 1 day in the field from 8 to 8, and I made my phone calls on Monday between 5 and 9. And then once I left the restaurant business, because I made so much money in a couple of months, I just said, I put my 2 weeks in after 3 years in that restaurant as a head chef. So after that, I became 2 days a week, and I worked my father's business, and I did 2 days a week, and I'm still doing 2 days a week. And I make my calls on Monday from 5 to 9, work in the field on Tuesday between 8 in the morning to 8 at night. Nothing gets in my way. And then on Thursday, I make my calls from 5 to 9. And then I work all day in the field from 8 to 8 on Friday. And I'm still doing that until my father retires. And then I'm going full-time all in. Yes, I'm only working about 20 hours a week, maybe even less sometimes, just because of the fact that that's what happens in life when you do part-time, if you know for that. And then after that, my father, like I said, everyone knows, and you never know, now you're about to know, I'm going full-time next year. It's been proven, it's been told to me, so I'm all in.
So $120,000, to me that's money right there. Thank you, buddy. Y'all, if you ever get a chance to hear him do his phone script, or better yet, his home script, or better yet, his FEX little yellow card sticker, unbelievable. How many of you give an amen on that? They've seen him tell it. You need to see him do it. It's unbelievable. We got it on video? Fantastic. That's right, you did. I remember videoing it. So I carry around this stack because my CFO would give me $2,000, and I keep stacking them in. And, of course, I spend it sometimes, and I have this little person that'll take a stack out every once in a while. She knows where it is. It just makes me security, it just makes me feel better. And the crazy thing is, I tell people, first, I use this a lot to talk about building depth. Money, we're supposed to talk about money, okay? That's what he want me to talk about, and I like talking about it. I use this a lot to talk about building depth, because if you build depth like that, this is what's going to happen. See how, yes, when you hire one person, does that not remind you of your agents? Did you see how bright it was in the beginning? Let me do it again so you can think about that guy you're so fired up about. Here's the way it's going to go. Here's the way, oh, that's how it goes too. Here's how it goes. Oh, no, you should keep going to meetings and stuff. Oh, this one, he's really going. He's going for months and months and months, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm shocked. He's just going. He's lasted like 2 months. His wife. All right. On the other hand, if you do it like this, like that right there, the whole world, I'm going to shake it. You with me? You start the fire in depth, and it will burn up, and everybody moves. Everybody gets freaking excited. Money is emotional. Building depth is emotional. People freak out over money because they think it's like the greatest thing in the world. And they're like, you can't do that. It's not right to do that with money. You can't do that. And blah, 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 blah. You're like, it's not right, you know. People just freak out over money, you know. Like, you got to be freaking kidding me, right? All right. So watch this. Let me show you how people are. Like this. Watch. They just freak out over it. All right. First person to bring me $20 gets that one, and another $20 bill gets that one. It's yours, Mark. I got to say thank you. This is the way it works. This is the way it works. Who gave me the 20? Come back with the 20s. Come back with the 20s. I mean with the hundreds. You took it? Just compare those two when you get back out there to your seat. Okay, so, but hey, just compare them and hold on. All right, so here we go. Y'all see how crazy that is? Look at this. If you start a fire with this, it's the same energy that I created with the other one. So how's the other one worth any more? How many of y'all feel bad about the burned $100 bill? How many of you have a better opinion? You think I can tell you what to do with that money better than what you did with it? All right? So how is this one worth more than the other one? Because somebody said it was. Does that make sense? So watch this. How much this out of this stack, this $100 bill, if I go like this right here, is this $100 bill worth the same thing as this $100 bill? Can you tape it back together and get it to the bank and everything's okay? Don't be messing with my money. So, I already hit my budget. All right, so if they're the same, like what makes it different? It's imagination. It is so weird. Think and Grow Rich says that money is elusive, and if you chase after it, it'll run. But if you find something to chase that's not money, money will catch you. I always slow down a little bit too, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like with Jane. I slow down and let her catch me sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You can't run around the house forever. It's the same thing with me with money. So what I chase is people, premium, and structure. That's what I do. I chase people, premium, and structure. And then money catches up with me. Most people chase that dollar bill. And don't get me wrong, they'll grab 1,000, 2,000, there's 500, and they're just grabbers. They're just grabbers. And it's, you know what I'm talking about, Jose? Just get that $1,000, get that $2,000. And I'm like, bro, you're not getting any money. You're getting chicken change. You know, you're just, it's not adding up like you want it to. But if you chase people and hearts and heads, you get the heart and their head like a kite. You get the head of the kite and the tail of the kite, the heart. The head's the head of the kite, tail's the tail of the kite. You control those two things, and you can guide it right into, I can guide them right into $500,000. I can write them, it's easier to guide them into $250,000 than it is 500, because $250,000 is only twice as much as their daddy makes. They start making 500, that ego gets so big you can't tell them what to do, bro. They get them a little swimming pool. They get them some air conditioning, get them a Cadillac or a Mercedes or a BMW. You try to tell them something, they go like, no, bro, I got this. You go, all right, cool. So you follow what I'm saying. Your head and heart, I can get them to 250, I can get them $500,000. Sometimes they stall out at 700. It's just wherever people emotionally get to where they can't go anymore. Now, what I think Mark is doing is opening up the windows so that you know that you can make $2 million. Like, Michael, I just want you can make $2 million. That's one of the reasons I let people hang around me. If I don't let them hang around too much, but just a little bit, because they know, like, anybody should know, hey, Patrick, they know anybody could do this if he can do it. The problem is, do you do the do? My daddy used to say, you couldn't hold a candle to that boy. And I said, what is you talk? I think I looked it up or somebody told me. What he's saying is this guy's laying bricks. Y'all know how to lay in bricks? Like he's doing concrete, slapping on a brick and hanging. There's sometimes when you do it at night, hold a candle to it. So you hold a light so he can work. And he says, you can't hold a candle as long as he can lay bricks. So you got the candle holding job, he got the brick laying job. That's the trick. It's getting stuff done and keeping doing it, Emily. All right, it's just getting stuff done. Ordinary person, massive mistake, say the wrong thing, put my foot in my mouth. Me and Adam discovered that, what did we discover, Adam? Great Britain is really only 2 countries, and Adam's like, I was wrong. I was like, I just don't know Adam to be wrong too many times. I don't know who somebody from that world told him that. You know, I don't know. But I am making mistakes, and I'm moving. I'm talking to new people. I'm texting new people. Now I'm DMing new people. That's crazy talk. Okay. Does this make any sense? Money is emotional, and if you're chasing money, it's hard to catch it because it's elusive and it's weird, okay? If you chase something that creates money, money's going to catch up with you, and you can't do anything about it. It's kind of like not your fault. All right, so that's some emotional stuff. What does that mean? What does that mean? I know it's 5. It means I got 5 minutes? This is incorrect. Give me a different number. No. Never mind, I don't need a clock. Here's one of my favorite things right here. One Saturday morning a few years back when we didn't have as much money as we have now, I told Spencer, and Jane was listening because I thought it'd be better. She heard me. I said, we should jump in a jet tomorrow and go Ferrari shopping in Miami. He's like, yeah. And Jane's like, no. And we're like, what? Like you don't have to go. I mean, kind of one like, you wasn't invited, to tell you the truth. We were, no offense, but I was thinking, she's like, no. And I'm going to have to do like Danielle and let her get her voice in on this. Jane, do you want to tune in on, did you say no or? No, what she said was, you can't call the pilots on a Friday afternoon and tell them to fly to Miami on a Saturday morning. I said, okay. I said, how about we do a deal? I call them up, explain them the situation. If they have any angst in their voice, any stutter, hesitation, we're out. We're not done. So I call him up. I'm like, Tom, look. Me and Spencer are sitting here thinking, we jump on a jet tomorrow, we go down to Miami, go Ferrari shopping, get something to eat for lunch, and come back. He's like, oh, baby, woo-hoo! What time are we going? So I look at Jane. I said, you think he was faking? She said something. But apparently we got authorization to take off. So we go down there. Is that close, baby? So we go down there, and we're Ferrari shopping, and what's the guy's name? Brett David. Brett David, look him up. Brett David's big on social media, super nice guy, inherited his dad's business when he was 19 years old. He's bad to the bone. So he's trying to upsell me on his Ferrari, and because I want a Ferrari that looks like a Ferrari. He wants one that's more drivable, comfortable, and it's $100,000 more. So I want one that looks like a Ferrari. So Spencer comes up, and he says, did you see that Hummer over there? I said, no, I'm not Hummer shopping. He said, there's an H1 over there. I ain't never seen one before. You got to come see it. I was like, yeah, look at the Ferrari. So I go down and look at it, and I say, yes, a Hummer. He's like, you need one. I was like, why? He said, young kids and people like it, and it'll help you make more money in your business. I was like, I don't believe it. I said, give me something tangible it's worth. He said, university of your choice in writing when I graduate high school. I said, put it in writing. I will go to a university of Andy Albright's choice, parentheses, NC State, parentheses. If the H1 Hummer is purchased, period. X marks the spot with a line, Spencer Albright, that I can't read. He printed his name underneath, so it'll be verified, 32516. I told Brett David, I said, wrap it up, baby, ship that thing to the house too. I did a mathematical calculation. It was $81,000. NC State costs like $6,000 a month, 6, 12, 24,000. If he goes to Nido, Quabain, and High Point, he's $55,000 a year. That's 110, 220. 220 versus 80 plus 24. I saved $110,000 like that. What if he goes to University of Miami? Same thing, $55,000. There are some schools that, and by the way, you got housing. Oh, by the way, he's going to go all the games with me the rest of his life. I don't have to donate no other stupid school, so I have to get great tickets. I don't have to get no different color clothing. Minimum savings, $110,000 in 10 seconds. And it's a proud dad moment because my wife says, you bribed him. I said, baby, let's be clear. Our son was going to NC State all along. He just got a Hummer. And he's still going to NC State. In other words, that's a hell of a negotiating from him. He already had it, but he got it. Does that make sense? So it's just emotional, okay? It's very emotional. In the Green Book, I talk about real estate. Let me give you one more. There's so many tricks to insurance. Let's say you've got $100,000 and you want to turn it into $200,000. So who knows how long it'll take to turn $100,000 into $200,000? I mean, not unless you negotiate with Spencer like that deal. That was from 110 to 220. But who knows? I think I know how long it'll take. There's got to be one question you ask before you can even get the answer. The answer is, what's your rate of return? What's your interest rate? What's your IRR? What's your interest rate? Okay, so let's say your interest rate is 10%. Who knows almost exactly right now how long it's going to take to double? Okay, so these people know how to double. Okay, it's not complicated. It's a trick. Okay? The trick is called the rule of 72. If you want to know how long it takes money to double, you take 72 divided by the interest rate. So in 7.2 years, if you've got a 10% interest rate, your money will double. Now, if it's compound interest, you use 69. But who cares? If you use 71 and split the difference, it's going to take 10 years to double your money. You understand what I'm telling you? So look at this. This is somebody who's got a calculator. You can do something real quick for me. Real quick, calculator, Patrick can. The aeronautical, you say you don't have to be an astronaut or you don't have to be a rocket physicist to do this. Well, he is one of those people. Rocket propulsion from Cornell. Not joking. So let's say just think if you get 6% return versus 8% return. So 72 divided by 6 is what? 12. 72 divided by 8 is 9. So would you rather have your money double in 9 years or 12? If you can grasp this, that's insane. That 2% interest matters. Remember when I did the continuum? Are you hiring people over here that are kind of like low life, low level, not too smart, no education, a lot of failures, a lot of emotional trauma, versus the people that are middle income, good people, got jobs, got a house, got married, got 2 cars, versus 200,000, got money in the bank, got 50,000. And difference between 6 and 8 is 3 years difference, and you're going to tell me that this versus this? Dude, I'm having cold chills on myself thinking, why am I working with some of these people? Why wouldn't I work with the place that I get 25% return or where they're already bought their ticket? How about this? You've already bought your ticket to Dallas. Just do like this. Just do like this because I don't want to. Who's already bought? Why would I work with somebody that stutters on a $199 ticket to the national convention to the company that you say you love and you give everything? Why would I do that? I tell you why I'm doing it, because I am stupid at times. A lot of times, some of my closest friends will tell you, and my family especially. That's because they see me all the time. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only reason I would do it. Why would I work with somebody who's not doing the right thing? Why? Why? Because I want to stab myself. I want to shoot myself in the foot because I don't care about my family. That's the only reason I would work with somebody who don't work with me. And people say, Andy, I don't understand why you don't work with this guy. I don't say his name anymore. I said, I almost want to say, what are you, blind? Can you not see the disastrous return of the effect of my efforts? Don't try to kiss a girl leaning away from you. Don't try to climb a fence leaning towards you. And don't try to help somebody that don't want to be helped. It'll drive you crazy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl that you refuse to do the right thing, and then mentally, emotionally, you freak out because somebody don't want to help you, when in fact you're that person. That restaurant thing, don't be that. If you're eating with me, don't be that person that complains about the food or is rude to the waitress. Don't be that guy. You will never get invited to dinner. You with me? Does that make sense? All right. So, I got to stop. Okay. Buy a house, pay $100,000, rent it for $500 a month. What's the problem here? Where do I get $100,000? I know, right? But you don't understand, Andy. I sell a lot of insurance. I get $100,000, and I buy a house. I get $500, and I've always dreamed of making $500 a month off of real estate. Hell, if I get 10 of them, that would be $5,000 a month. Do you understand that? $5,000 a month, because I wrote $500,000 checks, $100,000. Y'all follow me on this? Because sometimes I say stuff and people are not keeping up with it. It's a $100,000 house, $100,000 house, $100,000 house, $100,000 house. You made $500,000. No, you had to make $1 million because you got to pay taxes. So you made $1 million, put $500,000 down. Oh my God, can you do the math on this? You had to make $1 million, or talk to the Uber driver, or DM some people. Get one guy selling 10 grand on a 5% spread, and it's $500 a month. And by the way, so let's take $20,000 of this money, spend it over here. Now we don't have to pay taxes on the $20,000 because it was an expense because of accounting. Now see, so many things I want to tell people is like, why in the hell would you pay $500,000 in taxes? If you took that $1 million and spent it building your business, you wouldn't have paid a dime in taxes. And with the $1 million, you could have created $6 million a month in overrides. Let's just say you're really terrible with money, and instead of putting the $1 million over there and paying $500,000 in taxes and getting 5 $100,000 houses, you put it over here. You put it over here for $1 million. You write it all off, and you're just so dumb. You hire people at $90,000 when you could have hired them at $40,000. You hire people that steal your money. I don't even know how you waste $1 million. But somehow you only hire 5 good agents. And they start writing $100,000 a month. Emily, come here. What's your group do last month?
Last month we did 34,000.
34,000, 5% spread. A 5% spread is $1,500 a month, bro. That's like 3 of those houses. Let's say we screwed up and it took me $250,000 to do it. Well, first of all, you got to make $500 to spend $250. Over here, you make $250, spend it, and get her, and you got $1,500, which is more than 3 houses. And the $1,500 a month, you don't have to clean up dog dookie. Get the sheriff and bribe him $50 to go kick the person out. Over here, you buy your buddy some Caymus wine. What I'm talking about, some steak, a little caviar. Have a blast, laugh, and just joke. And say, here's what my mama used to say when we was little. We'd go to the beach. She said, wonder what the poor people doing. But now I do it, and I mean it. Because I was thinking when I was little, like, we are the poor people, Mama. We're in frickin' Myrtle Beach. And my cousins and everybody else is staying here. You remember Russell? We rented the cheapest house we could find. We're seining for shrimp because we can't afford to go to wherever that place is, 220. We are the poor people. That's what the poor people are doing, Mama. That's what we're doing. But you write off your money here, eating it. Over here, you're cleaning up dog poop. But listen, let me tell you, I have 554 units, properties. Andy, do you wish you'd have put every dime in this way back then? Yes. I didn't know stuff that I know now to tell you to do, Eric. Mathematically, you get this. This is crazy, the difference in spending it on hiring or getting a social media person or hiring somebody to DM everybody. It's mind-boggling. Okay, so understanding the power of that, I highly recommend you get this book and this game. You can get it for less than $100. It's cash flow. But you've got to see the real estate as hiring a person who hires other people who becomes a hotel. It goes from being a house to being a hotel. The one thing, AB, and I know is people don't get what I'm saying. Chris, people don't get it. Patrick, they don't get it. You're going to have to explain this to them. But if you could take this and sell them on putting their money over here instead of their money there, your business now compounds off of their investment. It don't cost you a dime. You see what I'm saying? Especially the more you can get them to understand the power of this versus the power of this. If you get your agents to understand, Davies, if you get your agents to understand the power of this instead of this, then the exponential gets crazy. So if those 12 people you hire, Gavin, understands the power of this, and they all spend $10,000 each, you just spent what? Nothing. And they just put $100,000 into your business. And you say, well, shoot, I'll punch you in 10. Yeah, match them 10. You put in 10, I'll put in 10. Now it just goes faster if you hire the right. I've never seen an investment like this, ever. Except for joining Integrity and becoming partners, and your stock goes 10x in 1 year. I don't know how that happens. But that joining Integrity, becoming a partner. The way you become a partner is you have 100 people selling 10 grand a month. 100 people selling 10 grand a month will buy you. You'll become a partner. You get stock. And then your stock skyrockets faster than your money can skyrocket. Everybody else in the world is worried about stock going down. We think our stock might have went up 40% in the last 90 days. We don't know because it's private and they don't tell us until they do an audit. But we're all estimating 40% in the last 90 days where everybody else is going down. But you can't do that by writing business. You've got to get 100 people selling 10 grand. Does that make sense? And it's better than 50 people selling 20. Way better. You get 200 people selling 10, you're getting ready to get some chack. Okay? So everybody should be playing this and learn how this works. It's called Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. And this is Cash Flow, How to Get Out of the Rat Race by Robert Kiyosaki. All right, listen. I got a lot. To me, this is like I went to NC State. I know how to do math like on calculator, like just simple math. It's simple math that people miss. They're all caught up in the emotion of real estate or Bitcoin or stock market. And I'm going like, guys, it's inconceivable what you're saying when you can print money. All right, so how many occurred to you that maybe it's illegal to destroy money? I did too. I was like, what if I burn money on stage? I've got all this money, jets, tickets, sideline, and then I go to jail for destroying American cash. Wouldn't that be crazy? I said, that's not going to happen to me. Holy cow. Oh, let's go in together. Why would I do that when we printed this fake money that I could burn the fake money, and I can't get screwed by tearing up fake money that we hid? So there's your fake money. And so have emotional. Hey, listen, guys, I hope I helped a little bit. I probably created more questions. I love you. I can't wait to hear what Mark Aceta has to do. Say next, go Wolfpack, go the Alliance.